Alright, so today I went out to Target. I was out looking for Ahsoka again, but of course they didn't have her because she's apparently the most hard to find Star Wars figure ever. Well, not really, but for me anyway. But instead I picked up something that I've been meaning to pick up for a while, but never really got around to it. Mace Windu. I'll just go over the packaging first. First we have this really cool picture of Mace Windu. I really like this one a lot. Yeah, it's just pretty cool. You got that there. On the side, just as usual, Galactic Battle Game. I really don't know anyone who actually cares about this. The reason I really wanted this was actually because of the two-piece Jango Fett helmet. I really like that episode, and I think it's really cool that we get a Jango Fett helmet that I could give to Kid Boba Fett. Down here we got CW20 Mace Windu. Then we got a picture of the figure there. Pretty cool. Mace Windu runs into trouble from Boba Fett during a rescue mission. Mace arrives on Vancouver searching for the survivors of a crashed Jedi cruiser. He finds Jango Fett's helmet rigged with explosives. A treacherous reminder from Fett's son that young Boba has a score to settle with the Jedi. So now I'll just open him up and review him. Alright, so here is the figure out of the packaging, and as you can clearly tell, this figure is just awesome. He is made with all of the normal awesomeness that Hasbro has been making their Clone Wars figures with. This figure has one of the greatest facial sculpts ever. I mean, if you look at this and don't see Samuel L. Jackson or the Clone Wars version of Mace Windu, then you are a crazy person. Whenever I watch the Clone Wars, I always point out that Mace Windu has a likeness that looks the most like the actor that portrayed him in the movies, and the same is true with the figure. I mean, he looks great. He looks like a cartoon version of Samuel L. Jackson, and I think it just looks so incredible. This is one of those Clone Wars figures that can totally stand next to like your movie figures and just totally fit in. So yeah, as you can tell, I'm just totally in love with this head. It looks really, really fantastic. Alright, now onto the costume. Mace is wearing just normal Jedi robes. There's nothing really too unique about him. Sorry if you hear a lawnmower, that's my neighbors mowing the lawn. It's really annoying. The Jedi robes are just a regular kind of tan color, very much like what he wears in the movies. Just a regular kind of tannish color. There is a little bit of white, or maybe a little bit more pale tan, I don't know, over here in his kind of neck area. There's nothing really too unique about his arms up until you get to his shoulder pads, which then reveal that he's kind of wearing the same clone armor that the older Obi-Wan used to wear. And then on this side, it's got the little Republic symbol there, and my phone's ringing, so... So yeah, the Republic symbol's really the only thing that's too unique about his arms. Around his waist, he's got a belt. It's kind of the same as Obi-Wan's, only just not with the same level of detail that figure was given. It's a little more sloppy. I mean, it's still really good for this scale, but it just it's not as great as Obi-Wan's belt. Now, the first thing that's really unique about this figure is the cloth little skirt here. It's not a skirt. I don't know what it's called. I don't know what you'd call these. This is not one of the first figures in the Clone Wars to use the cloth. Saj Ventress used it. I think a re-release of Count Dooku used it. Anakin, I think, used one. The Pre-Vizsla that I reviewed has a cloth little shoulder cape. So yeah, definitely not one of the first. I'm usually not a very big fan of cloth in figures like this, but this actually works really well. It's really nicely made, and it actually looks quite nice. Usually why I don't like them is because they distract from the figure, but everything looks very, very nice together. If you hike Mace's skirt up, which sounds so weird, you can see like a tan color kind of pants. It's pretty nice. And you got the boots. Kind of the same. Actually, no, these are more brown. Obi-Wan's were kind of a little bit more like reddish brown. These are just plain brown. Alright, now it's time to talk about accessories. Obviously you can guess what he comes with. He comes with a lightsaber, just as every Jedi should. It's just as detailed as it should be. It, pretty much looks like his lightsaber. Then he's got the purple blade, and my phone's ringing again. But as awesome as this figure is, this next accessory is actually the reason that I really wanted this figure. Mace Windu comes with this Jango Fett helmet. I know it's weird that I really wanted the figure just for this, but I think this is just a really awesome accessory. It's episode specific. It's probably one of my favorite episodes in the series, and it's just great that they would include this. So here you can see the feature of the helmet is that it breaks open to reveal this little, thermal detonator that Boba placed in there in order to try and kill Mace. And that's just really cool. We can see the paint problems, but that's just really minor. I do have one problem with this helmet though, and that is the color paint that they used looks too purple when it should be a little more blue. It's not that big a problem. In some light it does look like the right color, but it definitely is a little bit too purple for my liking. So now if I really, really wanted to, I could display Boba with the Jango Fett helmet, but it's actually really hard to do because it breaks apart, and I was trying to get it under his arm or something like that so we can hold it, but it just wouldn't. But it still looks great. I still really like the accessory, and yeah. Mace has pretty standard articulation, although he does have some things that makes him a little more posable. Like I can pose him in some pretty different ways than I can pose other figures. For instance, his legs are really good with posing. They got that, bend him like that, twist like that. His legs have some pretty unique articulation too. They move like that, move up, down. I think that's the first time I've seen this on a Clone Wars figure, and that's pretty cool. So all in all, Mace Windu is a pretty amazing figure. He's got great sculpt, really great articulation, two great accessories, and yeah, I mean, he's just one of the best in the Clone Wars line. Not as great as Obi-Wan. I'd say he's probably the same as Anakin. So yeah, I definitely recommend picking Mace up.